Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. With many of the altcoins already starting to lead the market, a lot of people are still left in disbelief around Bitcoin. Most people have no idea what to think about Bitcoin. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? This is exactly what I like to look at when it comes to finding the disbelief phase inside of a market cycle, because this is the point where the majority of people have no idea what direction price is going, and there's not an overall consensus as far as where the direction they think it will go is going to be. One of the things that I've noticed in times like this is the market is setting up to chop everybody up, and it's been doing so for the last couple months. Whenever this happens, it's oftentimes right before a massive move, which in Bitcoin I expect to be on the upside. Today we're going to be diving in. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some Bitcoin analysis, and I'm going to be going through and explaining to you guys why now is the best time to buy and why I genuinely believe we're going to be experiencing a breakout coming over the next couple weeks. We're also going to be finishing up this video by taking a look at one altcoin that I wanted to share with you guys. This is an altcoin that's getting ready to pop today and is going to be making some big moves over the next couple weeks. People that are buying this coin are really going to set themselves up to make a lot of money. So make sure you guys stay all the way to the end so you don't miss out on this exciting new altcoin setup. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And always remember, guys, I have a Discord community. This is the fastest growing and the best Discord crypto community out there, and I would love to have you guys join and be a part of the team and community. It's free for anybody that wants to. All you guys got to do is click in the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link to sign up for my Discord. Now, on the Discord server, I also offer my more exclusive content like the video course and Signal. So if you're somebody that wants to learn how to copy my educational content provided inside of the video course, or you would rather just copy my long-term portfolio in any of the short-term trades that I take, make sure that you guys stay all the way to the end of this video, because I'm going to be taking a couple minutes to explain how you guys can sign up, the pros of doing so, and what it's going to take to get you guys started today. Alright guys, we got a lot of really exciting things to talk about. Bitcoin is setting up for a massive breakout, and I'm so excited to bring you this video. So without further ado, let's jump right in the video today. Alrighty guys, so here we are taking a look at Bitcoin on the dollar. We're looking at the Coinbase chart today. I wanted to go through and just talk about some basic things, guys, because what we're seeing in the market structure, in my opinion, is way more reason to be bullish. This looks like bullish consolidation, and a lot of people are actually bearish right now. I've seen a lot of big accounts that are continuously talking about downside targets for Bitcoin taking us clear back down to, 7K, and some even lower than that. And to be quite honest, I just think it's so silly that we're so bearish right now. And the biggest reason we're bearish right now is because of all of this fear and uncertainty around this pandemic. That's the only reason why. Everybody's expecting that they're just going to have a massive sell-off again like we saw with COVID the first time. And that's just not going to happen this time around. People are severely underestimating exactly how powerful these markets when they impulse can be. And Bitcoin's been in a 3-month consolidation. If you guys remember, guys, this consolidation was 3 months in length of time too. And look at the impulse that we created shortly after. This is the same exact thing. And it's going to create a big impulse one way or another, whether we break down or whether we break up. But for me personally, I'm leaning towards a breakup on the bullish side. And the reason for this is for a couple different reasons. Well, for one, and this is kind of the thing that I've been telling you guys about for a while, we have this major resistance level here at 10,500. And this has been the resistance level for the entire length of this consolidation. Every time we hit this level, we reject. And the only real difference here is the fact that each one of the last few times we've hit this level, we immediately sold off from it. Sell off. This one, we barely even wicked above this level. But the thing is, guys, this is mainly consolidation right below. Consolidation below a major resistance is more often bullish than it is bearish in this specific situation. These other times were quick little taps and then rejections. Each and every time. This one is not the same. And so that's why I believe that this is more bullish structure. Now, that's not my only reason for thinking that. Not only do we have consolidation just below that horizontal resistance, but we've got consolidation just below this descending resistance as well. This has been our descending resistance for the entire length of this bearish consolidation that we've been in ever since 2018. Every time we hit this level, we reject and fall lower. But the thing is, guys, we're consolidating below this level, and we're squeezing and hugging this descending resistance very tight right now. This is, once again, not what's correlated with a bearish market structure. This isn't very bearish. Anytime we're seeing coiling, sharp hugging against the trend line, it can be bearish, but the current market structure that we're seeing right here does not look to be that way, because we are coming off of a pretty strong impulse. You know, guys, if we come in here and take a look, and we look at how the volume profile stacks up, let's actually go to a weekly time frame, because I wanted to share with you guys how this volume actually stacks up. Because the volume is a pretty dead giveaway in this trend. Every cycle high, we get a breakout in volume at the terminal end of correction. So this was the top, volume outbreak. This was the bottom, volume outbreak. This was the top here, volume outbreak. This was the bottom here, volume outbreak. And now we're just kind of in this in-between stage. But every single point we have one of these peak lows or peak highs, it's coming at a very important point of volume. There's a lot of new volume entering this market. And right here, we had the largest Bitcoin volume ever on Coinbase. Now, for me, that's a very bullish sign. Coinbase is one of the leaders of adoption, and Coinbase actually said that during this correction and during the buyback, what we actually ended up seeing was a very large consistency of institutional investors that were buying. It wasn't really any retail at all. It was only institutions. So institutions have been accumulating this entire correction. And with us just consolidating right below this resistance here, that is a very, very bullish sign. And I am leaning very strongly towards the belief that we're going to be breaking up soon. And so, guys, let's actually talk about some things here. Let's remove a couple drawing tools. When, in fact, we do get this breakout, what do I expect it to look like? Because, you know, there's a lot of things in which we could see. Are we going to see just a little short-term breakout and then start consolidating some more? Or are we going to see a pretty sudden, impulsive breakout? In my opinion, we're going to see a pretty impulsive breakout. And really the way I've been looking at it is kind of like this. One euphoric pump. Whenever that pump actually starts to take place, I think that it'll look something like this. And for me, what I've been updating you guys with is the fact that I'm actually expecting to see us hit this 14K mark really quickly. That's going to be my target for this next move. I think that we'll hit 14K, and from there, this is really what I'm going to watch for. From 14K, you know, we might have a short-term correction that takes us back down to 10.5 before going up again, or at this 14K mark, maybe we have this short-term correction and we just start bursting up even higher, because that's something else that could be happening here. Because what we're failing to understand, or what I think most people are failing to understand here, is the fact that this is a big symmetrical triangle consolidation that we're experiencing here, right? And we can take the low and come from over here, and we can see that that's been the case, right? This is a big symmetrical triangle. When this descending resistance is broken, the target for a symmetrical triangle is literally the top of the resistance, which would be 20K. And so that's why I think that if we do get a breakout to 14K, you know, we might have a short-term pullback, and we could see an even bigger consolidation and accumulation upwards of that 20K mark really quickly. We could see something play out like this. And so that's really what I wanted to update you guys with the Bitcoin chart. I wanted to make sure that we're still on the same page with all of this, because nothing has changed. We're still very bullish as far as market structure goes. I'm not expecting downside. And with all of the altcoins popping off, isn't it obvious enough to tell that Bitcoin's going to be doing the same thing soon? We have altcoins just breaking out for the first time in over 2 years, yet everybody's still bearish for some reason. Altcoins don't just start pumping if Bitcoin's bearish. It doesn't work like that, and they haven't literally this entire consolidation. And now, the one time where altcoins are starting to break out, everybody's magically bearish. I'm not buying it. This is just pure and utter disbelief at this point. And those people that are selling and those people that are, you know, quick to hold that bearish bias are going to be missing out on the biggest opportunity of alts, which is really, you know, let's talk about a couple things here really quickly before we jump into anything else. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin dominance next, because this is really an important chart that I've been updating you guys with. Anytime I do Bitcoin analysis, expect me to talk about this chart here. And what did we see? We're actually getting confirmation from my last update that I had for you guys. What we talked about in the last update was the Bitcoin dominance, and how the Bitcoin dominance was actually topping out. How this wick right here was a rejection from the cycle high. And this was the breakdown of that trend line. This is the trend line that Bitcoin had been bouncing up of. Every single impulse, well, since 2018, Bitcoin had been going up. And as it went up, the market dominance for Bitcoin was going up. And we're currently sitting at about 62% dominance. We peaked technically at 73%. This high was at 71%, and now we're breaking from that trend line, and it's very convincingly obvious to, explain what's happening. Look at that candlestick, guys. That is a big red candle that's just selling off into free fall mode. Why are you bearish right now? I don't understand it. If Bitcoin dominance is starting to top out here and altcoins are breaking out, shouldn't that tell you that Bitcoin is going to be making an impulse or some type of move soon? I get that, Bitcoin dominance topping out, maybe that could be bearish, but no, it's not. If Bitcoin was bearish, it would fall, and the altcoins would fall even harder than Bitcoin was. And that's the way it works, guys. Now that Bitcoin dominance is falling, it's showing that the altcoins are starting to break out, but Bitcoin's also been breaking out. And so because of that, altcoins are breaking out, but they're just outperforming Bitcoin's breakout. And so we need to pay attention for this, guys. We had this major downtrend. We're now breaking the short-term corrective uptrend that we had. And so now we're going to be seeing something like this. Quick sudden drop. And then we're just going to continue to go on. I know this looks kind of ugly, but that's really what I'm expecting. I expect this to go into new lows and end up at around, 15 to 10% dominance. And that's really the way that I think the market needs to mature. Now, before we wrap things up, let's talk about this altcoin that I've been waiting to share with you guys, because this one looks absolutely phenomenal. I wanted to give you guys a little free altcoin setup. This is actually one that I've already posted inside of my Discord for the signal. So I wanted to share with you this one because it actually looks a lot like a coin I just talked about on the channel that recently started breaking out, which was this one here, Anchor. I actually made a YouTube video clear back in here, made another video here, and then we actually broke out after my YouTube video. And this chart looks identical to this one. The only difference, this one hasn't pumped yet. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are getting hooked up fat with not only some Bitcoin analysis, but a free altcoin setup as well. Remember, guys, if you do want access to any of these altcoin setups, I do post them inside of my Discord server. So, you would have made a lot of money had you have bought this signal. We posted it here. Currently, we're up about 185%. You guys have been seeing all of the signals that I've been posting inside of my YouTube channel. All the signals that I've been posting on Discord, I've been sharing with you guys on my channel. You've been seeing all of these coins pumping, and you would have made so much profit if you would have joined those. And so make sure, if you guys want to actually copy all of these alts and you want to get in at the ground floor before I post them on YouTube, make sure you guys join those signals, because a lot of people are trying to claim that I pump and dump. And so, maybe you want to get in my signals early before I make the signal so you can actually get in at the right time. Now, Seller is one that I don't know anything about from a fundamental perspective, but it looks a lot like these DeFi coins. I don't know if it has anything to do with DeFi, but it looks a lot like these DeFi coins. Now, what we see here forming is a big descending resistance. And if we actually look here, this was pre-COVID. We broke out. And then the COVID correction saw us, make new lows. But this was a breakout of that bearish trend. Now, something I've talked to you guys about in times past is how when you have a descending resistance and then you actually break out of that descending resistance, sometimes you'll break out, and instead of just kind of impulsing and keep going up, you'll actually fall to new lows to make a retest of that downtrend as support. So instead of rejecting and falling lower, we broke out, and this is acting as support, right? And so that's the point that we've been at ever since. We've broken out, and we've just been accumulating and growing on this new trend. And so I wanted to share this one with you guys, because all we're seeing right here is a big correction, what's known as an ABC correction, as far as Elliott wave goes. A, B, C. And the way that you tell an ABC correction is you want to have 5 impulse waves in the C leg. So in this case, this is our 1, this is our 3, and this was our 5, right? So we got our 5 impulse waves. That completes the C in that ABC correction. And now we're just starting that new uptrend. But the thing is, guys, with this uptrend, it's the very, very beginning stages of that. And that's why I wanted to share with you guys this chart specifically. It's because I genuinely think that we have a really good opportunity of making some profits off this together. And so if we look at this, we can see that, it's just creating a parabolic trend right now. We're just creating that very early parabolic trend. And in my opinion, what we're going to see play out is something along the lines of this. We'll get a little bit of an impulse to this next resistance at about 7 cents, or 1/7 of a cent, I should say. We'll get a short-term correction back down, and then we'll just keep going. And then at that point is where we go super parabolic. And who knows, maybe we go super parabolic here, but I would expect one more sell-off to this trend line before we start breaking out. And then at that point, we'd be doing something like Anchor did. Anchor was one that I've actually have active positions in. I haven't taken any profits yet because I do think that this setup looks very, very good. And I'll share with you guys how it looks compared to seller, because this is pretty much the same chart, guys. And this is why I share these market cycles with you, is because all I'm doing really is just looking at these charts and making comparisons with them, because they look almost the exact same as prior cycles that we've been watching for. And so if we watch these cycles and we pay attention to them, we can make a lot of money trading them in the process. And we can see here that this is pretty much the same chart. There's really not a lot of difference here. And in fact, all we're going to be doing is just continuing to grow on this trend until we start to go a little bit more parabolic. And so this is what I'm going to continue to watch out for between seller. Anchor's already done this. And guys, you can literally go and find this exact same setup, whether it's on seller, whether it was on Anchor, whether it's on Poon.ix, whether it's on Zilliqa. Literally every single one of these altcoins is pretty much doing this setup. And you can go find it today, guys. You can go find it today. I can think of so many altcoins off the top of my head that are doing this exact same pattern, and they just haven't gone parabolic. You can look at some of these other ones that have already broken out, that have already started making big impulses, and you can buy the ones that are just lagging behind them. It's not that complicated. Now, this is the video I had for you. Before we wrap up everything, I wanted to talk about how you guys can sign up for the video course in Signals and why it's important to do so. Because I honestly think that this video and this analysis did a good enough job of doing that for me. Because you guys are here watching the signals that I've already taken, and you're seeing how I've taken them and how I've already made a lot of profit. And so I've taken the seller trade, but I'm already in profit on this Anchor one, and this is just one of the other ones that we've been making tons of profit on, guys. You know, we've nailed Zilliqa, we nailed Quant, we nailed Engine Coin, we had Anchor, we also had VeChain. You know, there's so many altcoins that have pumped over 2x returns inside of my signals. It's just been shooting fish in the barrel, so easy to make these profits, and that's why it's really important that as a new guy getting into these markets, you're following somebody that you can trust, or you're just following somebody that knows what they're doing, more or less. That's the most important thing. And so by, you know, guys, if you're new and getting into this market and you want to learn how to actually do all of this stuff that I'm doing, you want to learn how to do all of the day trading, all of the investing, and you want to be able to do that at your own pace and time, the video course is going to be the thing for you. You know, it's 20 educational videos. It's going to teach you guys all of my trading plans, all of my strategies, so that you guys can actually be here profiting with me. It's a really good resource to learn and educate yourself if you want to do the same things that I'm doing every day. Now, for the people that would rather just copy the trades that I take, I post every one of the trades inside of Discord. We posted like 3 new ones this morning, so you guys are immediately going to get access to a lot of consistent new uploads of the trades that we take. On top of that, you're going to get access to my long-term portfolio. 80% of my portfolio is for long-term holding. You guys are going to get instant access to that long-term portfolio, and then I'm going to be taking 20% of my portfolio and allocating that to shorter-term swing trades. So all of these trades that I took, Anchor, VeChain, Zilliqa, Quant, Engine Coin, all of these major coins that you've been seeing me nailing and making tons of profit off of, you're going to be able to find those inside of the Discord. So make sure that you guys join that. Make sure that you guys get access to that today. I'm telling you that it does pay to get in early, find some good investments at the ground floor, because this is where you make the bulk of your profit. You know, my course in Signals is $1,000 each, or $2,000 together. You guys can buy them together or separate. And a lot of people might say, wow, that's a lot of money that you're charging people to you know, help them make money, but it's really not. The amount of money that I've already provided inside of the signals for people is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and it really doesn't even take that much money to make a life-changing amount back. You know, in 2 trades, I've already made a Bitcoin, and I started with 0.1 Bitcoin, and that's all it took. 2 trades, and I had a full Bitcoin. And so that just goes to show you guys how it's not actually as hard as people would make it think, and how it only takes a couple right trades, and you could be literally sitting on a financial fortune. And so if you guys want access, make sure you guys click in the description of this video. There you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord. Just click on that and it's going to redirect you to my Discord channel. Once you guys have access, you can shoot me a message, or you can shoot any of the 6 moderators a message, and we will be here to help you guys get started on the right path today. I'm going to be able to send you guys all the information needed on how to sign up, so make sure you guys just join and shoot me a message, and I will be here. You guys can also reach out to me on email, Facebook, and Twitter. All of the links are going to be in the description of this video, so make sure you guys check them out there. With all that being said, guys, thank you all so much for the support. You all mean the absolute world to me. I'm so thankful that the markets are taking off. I'm so thankful to have so many people in the signals making these profits with me. And more or less, I'm just thankful to have you guys here supporting me and this community that I have built. Thank you all so much. I will catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.